Hey guys, I am here with another video and I have what I think is something pretty awesome to share with you. Now, this here is what I like to call the tube. It is a new travel method. I have not technically discovered this feature or this sort of technology, but I've optimized it quite a bit from the incarnation I last saw it in. And basically my goal with this is to make the piston bolt obsolete. Piston bolt travels at like 20 blocks per second. The main draw of it versus ice boats is that it's perfectly AFKable and can turn very easily. And the tube does not exactly turn easily. This was another version of it that I was trying to mess around with to try to optimize it even more, but I couldn't manage to push the minecart over enough without it falling off the rail. And this over here is just a really long ice tunnel. And first of all, this tube will mostly obsolete ice tunnels, I believe, just because the materials needed to make this are just so much easier to get. Iron, because obviously you don't need the iron blocks, it's just the redstone, the iron for the minecarts, and the rails, and it's so much easier to get than blue ice, and then blue ice caps out at around about 72.5 blocks per second, whereas this bad boy makes you travel at a little over 80 blocks per second with instant acceleration, whereas the blue ice takes over like several thousand blocks to accelerate to its max speed. This is instant acceleration. And doesn't require any mods or anything to use. I'll be showing you how to use it on a completely vanilla client, but most technical clients use Tweakaroo, which has a fast right-click toggle option, which is what I am going to be using for most of the video. And I am just going to show you this in action. This is a 1,000 block long stretch of the tube, and we are going to be going through it very quickly in survival mode. That's spectator. And the main reason you can't make this go faster is because in survival mode you have very limited reach. And if I just turn fast right click on and I just hold down right click, now it might not look like I'm moving, but I am actually moving incredibly fast. I got lazy at a certain point and just started using World Edit to do this, and I'm not very good at World Edit, so yeah, and I'm at the end there. That takes about 12 seconds to travel 1,000 blocks. If you do the math, it is about a little over 80 blocks per second, and when I did the math, you're traveling 4 blocks per tick, and that equals 80 blocks per second. 1,000 blocks in 12 seconds came out to about 83 blocks per second, but I leave that just up to the timing not being incredibly accurate. And over here I have a simple redstone system that allows you to make this two-way thing. I'm gonna show you just basically how that is. It's just a button. Press the button, redstone torch, inverts the signal so that we can use instant repeaters because the signal needs to be backwards. Just target block, redstone torch, quasi-powering, and updating this piston here, which when this piston is extended, the minecart can't put me here, so it'll put me on the other side right here. And it's just repeated like that. And then when you run out of signal strength, you make an instant repeater like this with a sticky piston, and then just right here you make it in like the little crevice here, and then you can just continue on, make your instant repeater again, and go down the line, and that should work infinitely. I have not tested this on a very large scale, but this should be relatively simple to make. I just wanted to share the concept with you rather than having a 100% fleshed out transportation system, and it is a bit more complicated to use when you do it like this. You need to aim for the corner. Let me just show you that. If I just stand like right here, I think. Yeah, if I stand right here, press the button, aim for the corner, and yeah, it does like that. It sends me through really quick. That works in survival mode. I just didn't switch survival mode. And obviously I'm specifying survival mode versus creative mode because you have much longer reach in creative mode. See, if I'm in survival mode, I cannot reach that block over there. But if I'm in creative mode, I most definitely can. But yeah, this just needs to be regular pistons. You could probably use something other than a piston, but this is just the simplest thing. And this isn't too expensive. I mean, it's more iron, a lot of hay, more redstone, some slime for the repeaters. That's about it. And you can just scale it like this. And honestly, I think this looks really cool. Obviously, it would be some other block, and obviously you could design it more, but yeah, this is just a very cool thing, and you see, I had an ice tunnel over here just to make sure, double check, experiment how fast you could travel on blue ice, and it took me like 4,000 blocks to actually get to max velocity on the ice boat, and that caps out at a little under 73 blocks per second. Yeah, and this is 80 blocks per second, maybe a little bit more, with instant acceleration. And now I'm going to show you just what you need to do if you want to use this without having to have an auto clicker or using fast right click with Tweakeroo or anything like that. Basically all you need to do is go in your control settings, go under keybinds, and use item place block. You need to set that to any key on your keyboard, like any regular letter key or symbol key, and you just hold it down. It takes a minute to get up to speed, but then you're going the exact same speed you would with like a 2000 CPS auto clicker. From my understanding, it's about the same. I haven't tested this that extensively, but if I'm not mistaken, this is exactly the same, because this auto clicker that Minecraft has built into it for when you have the keyboard thing, or I don't think it's a Minecraft thing, I think it's just by design, the way keyboards are designed, the way Minecraft interacts with them in modern versions, and it clicks at like 30 CPS thereabouts, so it should work just fine. And then obviously you can just set it back to normal, or you can just have an auto clicker on your keyboard like I do. I have that for technical purposes. I right click auto clicker. But yeah, that is just one little thing I wanted to add there. And over here, what I was trying to do, I was trying to make it so that you could travel 5 blocks per tick by pushing the minecart over a little bit so that you could reach it, but then the minecart kept falling off the rail, and in order to get it close enough for you to be able to reach it, I had to get it to fall off the rail, and then it didn't quite work. So yeah, I couldn't find any way to manipulate where it places you, and using any crawl mode shenanigans would like half the speed, because it takes at least a tick. I think it takes you a little bit longer to go into crawl mode. But yeah, 4 blocks per tick is about the max I could get it to be. And keep in mind, a piston bolt is 1 block per tick, so this is 4 times faster than a piston bolt, and most piston bolts aren't even that fast. Yeah, and I was messing around with these curved rail things that gets you to travel about 16 blocks per second. Yeah, it didn't really end up being worth it, and I just discovered this randomly and thought it was very cool. I'm not sure if you could make it any faster if the minecarts were moving. I can't remember if that's faster or not, but I just thought this is really cool and doesn't have you worrying about the entities moving in a certain way and lag and all that. I'm not sure if this would trigger a server anti-cheat, and if I'm using mini HUD to show my speed, it doesn't actually say that I'm moving at all for some reason. Yeah, it doesn't show anything for my speed, even though clearly I'm moving pretty stinking fast. Actually, it's kind of hard to tell, but I am moving. You see, I'm moving. That's why I like leaving the gap here, because you can actually tell that you're moving, especially if you're in third person. Yeah, I just thought this was a really cool thing. This redstone I threw together in just a few minutes. You could probably optimize this a lot more. I just wanted to make sure it was possible to go the other way. And the minecarts tend to kick you out towards the east if you're doing like an east-west system. I'm not sure which direction it kicks you out, north-south. And the reason I have the blocks here is because it tends to prioritize kicking you out north, I think it is. Yeah, it prioritizes north, then it tries to go south, and then it'll do east, I believe. I don't know, but I just have the blocks here so that it can't kick you out in these directions. But yes, that is about all I have to show. Thank you so much for watching. Please, 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 if you liked this video, leave a like, and more importantly, comment. Leave a comment. That actually supports me, helps me out a lot, gets this video spread around more. And only if you like this video. If you didn't like this video, don't. In fact, if you hated this video, leave a dislike, I implore you. But if you liked this video and would like to see more content like this, please leave a like, and if you want to see more of my videos, subscribe. That's the only reason you should subscribe, if you want to see more of my videos. And if you want to help me out, just comment, like, subscribe, all that. Share a video with a friend, yada yada yada. Bye!